My name is Dominica, and my presentation is a little bit different to the presentations you've heard so far. Canva has been used, from what I've heard, obviously, by mostly academics, lecturers. But the School of Business and Finance has programs, and, look, the School of Business and Finance has undergraduate programs, like the BCom degree. Us as a school don't choose those students. Those students are chosen by our faculty. But we do run what we call professional programs. And these professional programs have an RPL factor in them, in that we don't have any youngsters in our professional programs. They need to have, for the minimum qualification, which is an NQF level 6, they need to have at least 5 years working experience. Now, the problem with taking cognizance of the RPL factor is that you don't know the literacy and the numeracy level of that applicant, because they've done their matric sometimes in excess of 20 years ago. The education system was quite different. So what we do is run an assessment. So, in past years, the assessment was done physically. Our applicants would come to the campus and they would write an admissions test. The test consists of 4 different sections. They would do an analytical writing exercise, numeracy, reading comprehension, and critical reasoning. And aside from the writing exercise, everything else was multiple choice, which went fine, except that, of course, once fees must fall happened, it was chaos. Because we would try and schedule a test on campus. Campus would be closed. We would be told the day before, trying to get hold of these hundreds of applicants to let them know that you can't come onto campus, or they would come and they would be turned away at the gate. And then Monday morning, the phone would be going crazy with very irate applicants, naturally so. I mean, I would have been as well. So saying that I couldn't get on campus, and we had maybe sent them notification that it was being done somewhere else. So it caused utter chaos. And then last year, before fees must fall happened, we thought there must be another way, a better way to be able to run this test. And I approached the e-learning team, and Norina specifically, and I said to Norina, look, this is our challenge. These people that we need to write the test are not students, they are applicants. What can we do to let them write the test? So she and Duncan and, Fahad, they did some brainstorming and came back to us after a couple of weeks and said, look, we've figured out a way that we can actually register these students so that they can access the Canva platform and do the online test. So this is what they've come up with. Students, it's presumed that a student has done an online application, because that's what the number that they use. And they click on the registration button. Once they click on the registration button, they fill in this form, very simple. They put in the application number. They choose the program that they are applying for, and they will choose from a management development program right through to honors degree. The only people who would do these tests are people who would come from outside the EMS faculty at UWC. If you're a BCom student who wants to do a BCom honors in finance, it's not necessary to write a test. These tests are written for people who come from outside the university. They come from University of Fort Hare or University of Johannesburg, and it's just to test the numeracy and the literacy levels. So they filled it in and put in contact details, and they need to pay a fee to be able to do the test, and they upload the proof of payment. What happens is we get the strangest proof of payments. We get selfies. We get proof of payments from 2016 to some other place for UWC. Take fat chances. So unfortunately, we've actually got to check every single proof of payment to see that, because scallum is another word for it. And then once the proof of payment, we actually go into this section there, the administration section, and we approve the application to write the test. Okay. Once we've approved the application, they get this automatically generated email saying, so and so, this is the test. This is, and you'll be getting notification and further instructions, which you can. That's how I can see there how many people have actually been accepted and who hasn't. The person whose status is in progress probably hasn't given me a valid proof of payment, and I would email them and let them know. Right, so I allow them the access to the test by clicking on that allow access to test, and then they get an email to say your application's been approved, this is your username, this is your password. Obviously I'll give them the link, and I must say, this year we've actually had minimum problems. Initially when we had it, the problem was between the keyboard and the chair. A lot of people are really not computer literate. And I would normally say to them, go and ask someone who knows about IT, ask your IT guy, ask your daughter or your son to help you, because thousands, I mean, we literally send out emails to thousands of people to say, you need to write the test. Obviously not all of them fall for it because they think, no, I'm not going to do this program, forget it. They think it's easy. No, it's not easy. So a lot of them chicken out in the last minute. So we have about 300-400 people who eventually write the test to access our programs, and then we know also that they're serious about their studies. Right, so in the testing quizzes, so I use the testing quizzes like the rest of you do, and you can see there the different sections, the analytical writing exercise, the critical reasoning, and of course I can see how many people have actually written the test, submitted. The only section that has not got a mark is the analytical writing exercise, and that I get someone to mark. I normally mark it, and then I get someone else to verify that they agree with my marking, and I'll show you what actually gets done. So the question is, in this section, write an argument, you know, and I ask the person to write something about 150 words. What happens is, I don't know if some people can't count. Sometimes I get one line. And, you know, all those things indicate to you how serious somebody actually is about applying for studies. It's actually I find this a very valid indicator, because when you track that student's progress throughout the year or through the next year, you can see she did fraud in the numeracy section and she's failed business finance. It's like such a clear indicator. And I normally warn them. I say, look, you've been placed in the management development program, which is a bridging program, and this is the reason why your numeracy score was very, very low. You're going to need some help with your financing, your finance and your maths, your basic numeracy. And if they don't actually take that to heart, we find that they fail. So it's quite interesting. And then you can see there, I also put the comments for the students. The thing is, we don't supply the marks to these applicants. Because it's an indicator for us, it's not an indicator for them. However, if there are any disputes, you can see there are comments there. If there are any disputes, and say, how could I have not got into the program that I wanted, we can actually show them, look, this is your mark. I mean, the others are all multiple choice. You know, if you did badly, there's no human intervention there. The only human is yourself. So. And so then we can see there are the marks of the multiple choice questions as well. Often we have some glitches. So we have a student who say I got halfway with the test or halfway with the questions and I didn't finish, or my internet connection bombed out. I can actually see, and as you all know, I can see that that person spent 59 minutes on that section, and then it was bombed out, and I think it's just because you took too long with the test. There are times where I do allow them re-access again, but it's not often. So we had a lot of glitches last year. Whoa, ask Norina, and of course it was a nightmare trying to get hold of them because they were not on campus, and our email boxes, inboxes were overflowing with, and we really had to start to try and get things going. However, a lot of the glitches were ironed out this year, and I think it's gone very smoothly, especially the registration process, whatever. And the next process that we do now is to collate all those marks and assign a mark to an applicant, and then the application gets assessed by our assessment committee. Right, any questions?
Thank you. Any questions? Yes, ma'am. How do you ensure that the person applying actually takes the test?
I mean, if they can ask their child to help them.
Well, we actually can't. There's no ways that we can actually do that. And they sign to say that, that is the case. I think a lot of but especially the analytical writing exercise, a child can't answer that. And you can actually see, and that's why I say they get a poor mark for that. Because it's based on life experience. One of the questions was, what in your experience as a manager are the 5 most important challenges? A school child can't help you with that. That's life experience. A lot of it is like, the other question is, what do you feel about rewarding people with monetary incentives for doing their job? And then, like, do you agree with that, or don't you agree with that, and why? So those are not questions that a youngster can answer. More than that, we couldn't do much more than that, And this year we're preempting the fact that possibly we might have to be off campus again, and that's the only way we can actually assess our applicants.
Thank you so much.